In 5, 4, 3, 2.
Good night, everyone, and get ready because it's time for the late chip at the video store.
Mike!
Hey.
Happy 10 episode anniversary.
Yes, 10 years. We've been going on 10 fucking years. I don't look a day over 85.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good evening. Good to you all. Mike, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
It is a little early, but I'm doing good. Wish I made myself a second cup of coffee. I'm talking in a very high-pitched voice, so maybe I don't need it. If you're in the chat, give us a hi, hello, let us know. Put that banner up by our late shift shirts available
buy our
to
shit.
you.
I do not have the shirt on. I have a Jurassic Park shirt on because of course I do.
Funny chat. We've got a great topic today.
Yes.
Mike, throw up that banner. Let's get into it.
It's true. See, Bowman's correct. We've been doing it a long fucking time. Okay, we are bringing up the banner. Boom. Bam.
Now, what movie character would you want to be best friends with? Now, you threw me this question a little while ago, and I had instant thoughts. And that's what I love about this show is it's like, what is your gut instinct? Like, don't give me your most thought out response, like I've spent a week crafting this or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, no, just be you. So it happened at a time where I was listening to, very funny that we've got him in the chat, Movies Are My Life, Caleb Boatman, the first episode with Adelaide Spence. Wholeheartedly recommend. This is a great show. If you haven't checked it out, please do. I absolutely loved it. I was listening to it, and some of the responses were very high school based. So when you threw me this question, I was in a very high school scene. I'm like, actually, that is sort of where we develop a lot of our best friends through our schooling years. So I went with someone I would like to be best friends in high school who would have made my high school experience better. One, Miss Kat Stratford from 10 Things I Hate About You.
Oh, okay.
I love Julia Stiles in this role as Kat. She loves literature. She's reading the bell jars, Sylvia Plath. She wants to play her own instruments. She walks around bookstores. She's aggressively plays soccer. She just seems like a fun time. I want to drive to school listening to Bad Reputation in a car. Like, that is what I want to do rather than be the puppy little girls in the car. So I like her. She also has a friend who loves Shakespeare. I'm like, this is a high school I could go to, and I feel like that is where I would end up with those two, but especially Kat Stratford. I think that would be a fun best friend to have. Mike, you remember 10 Things I Hate About You?
Yes, I do. I actually love that movie. That movie is so sweet and funny. And I have a bunch of people that I grew up watching in different roles.
Yeah. Great cast.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a teen movie, like, yeah, it gets brought up, but not enough for how amazing that cast is. And that's like teenage dynamics, like I feel ring very true, a lot of those scenes, like at the party and whatnot. So yeah, definitely Kat Stratford, I like. We'd be that, I think. We've got that link in the chat. Hit us up. Make sure you come
Anybody
backstage.
click that link and come on in. We'll get you on.
Mike, do you have an answer for this question? What movie character would you want to be best friends with?
So there were a couple options that I thought of, and I went, all right, you know what? If I had to choose somebody, I would choose Elliot from E.T. Not E.T. because E.T. gets on the fucking ship and leaves, you know? He's still a good friend, but he fucking leaves your ass at the end of the day. Elliot, though, he sticks around. He's there for you. And the motherfucker, like, wants friendship, and he does everything he can for his friends, and I think that's fucking great. And you see it in, like, the commercial they had for, I think it was a phone commercial, internet commercial, where adult Elliot comes back with E.T. and he's still so happy to see him. He still wants that friendship.
Oh, that is.
Hey, huh?
Money,
Hey,
Mom.
Jane.
Yeah, Elliot, like, so E.T., not one of my favorites, not one I've rewatched a lot because E.T. freaks me out, but I do like the human characters in it. I think Elliot's a fun choice. I like that we sort of touch on similar things. It's like friends that won't betray you, friends that would like to be friends with you, because I find like sometimes that's hard in movies because a lot of plot points tend to be like, oh, I thought you were my friend, but not. So like finding those characters who would just be a joy to be around. Absolutely. So great choice. Mike, we have our first guest of the evening. Let's bring them in.
Yes. The man with the
Hi!
boat.
Look at
He's
the
here. He's
I'm
here.
actually around on a Friday this time.
Bo, what movie character would you want to be best friends with?
You know, I think one of the great qualities in a friend is someone who can like just be your hype man, like someone who can just like bring the confidence in you, especially as someone who is like me, who is not a naturally very confident person. And I was thinking about that, and I think like one of the ultimate like hype men movie characters is Dewey Finn from School of Rock.
Yes.
Jack Black's character in School of Rock, because you look at how he like finds what all of those kids are good at, specifically Lawrence, right? Mr. Cool on the keyboard, and just hypes them up, just makes them like feel like they're the coolest people in the world. Like, yeah, and like you've got somebody with the charisma of Jack Black, who is like one of the most likable human beings on the planet.
Plus, like, you would always have the best road trip mix ever.
Oh,
like, that
no
would be
question.
great.
No question. And whoever personalize it to you, like he found like those songs to you, like he knows what, like it's gonna be in his genre, but he knows what you'll vibe with. He absolutely knows what you'll vibe with.
I love that you bring that like he will look for the qualities in you and bring it out, because sometimes it is really easy to see in other people what is great about them, but not so easy to see in ourselves. And sometimes we don't even say that to the people, like, this is what I see in you. So he is a character that would do that for you. Always be around and be a support. I worry if you would be the Ned Schneebly though, and like he would be crashing on your couch and you wouldn't get any rent. Like I think that's the downside of having him as a friend. I feel like I would be very the Sarah Silverman character in that movie.
1,000%. You're the Ned Schneebly in that situation.
I would be. I am Ned Schneebly, and I have my own Dewey Finn, and his name is Caleb Koa.
Mike, what do you think about having Dewey Finn as a best friend?
Oh, I think it's a beautiful choice, and especially he has a sequence where he's talking to one of the it's the principal or one of the teachers, and he starts describing all the kids to him, going, "Yeah, I got the little kid Lawrence. He says I'm not cool, and then he knows how to play a fucking piano. Like he is a hype guy. It's fucking perfection. Like he's 1,000%. Even when at the beginning when he shows him with the other band members." He's trying to hype them up to like have fun and play, and they just are tired of his shenanigans. But you can never get tired of his shenanigans. He's fucking Jack Black. It's perfect.
Yeah, like even like I think of the scene with Joan Cusack when he's manipulating her, but he puts on Stevie Nicks. But she's just so coming out of her shell and vibing with it, and he's loving it. Like even though it's to manipulate and get something out of her, I think there's still a little bit of sincerity there. Mm-hmm. So I think you are getting a sincere best friend character there, and yeah, great choice. Bo, thanks for coming on and giving us your choice this evening.
This is so much fun. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Bowman.
I love like School of Rock. We've talked about it before. Like such a good movie. I think that is a very fun choice. Someone music based, I think, would always be a great choice. So anyone that like, it's really hard. I don't know how reliable they would be, but anyone that plays in a band, like you'd be getting to go to all like the gigs, backstage, like that'd be a fun time. We have them in our opening. I think it would be fun to be friends with Wade and Garth.
Oh,
I do. I think that would
party all the time.
Like to run your own cable show out of the basement, like it's very similar to sort of what we do here. Like,
it is. It really fucking is. Like it's the same vibe, and you would 1,000% be a part of that cable show if you're best friends with them. Like you're 1,000% part of it.
It's just just a group of people like doing their thing. Like, this is what we want to make, having a fun time, and then we'll go out afterwards. Like, I like the more real world based, because I was a little worried. I'm like, I don't want to be best friends with Harry Potter because, like, in Hogwarts, like, I'm going to be a squib. Like, let's.
I could see that actually.
Very apt. But like, if you're friends with Harry Potter, like, that doesn't mean that you get to go to Hogwarts. Like, let's be real. Like, you would be like part of the Dursleys. Like, you would be on that street. You would just be like a neighbor or something. Or like, doesn't mean you get magic. Or like, if you be best friends with Bruce Wayne, like, he's not going to build you some awesome tech and invite you to the Batcave. Like, all you're dealing is with that trauma. Like,
Yes.
So I think it's more fun to think, like, if I was my person now, who would I be friends with? Like, it's great.
I will say, if Nazario was here, because he fucking should be, because, you know, he's part of this, I won't give his answer because I know what it would be. It'd be Doc Brown. He'd be best friends with Doc Brown, so he could do the fucking time machine. That 1,000%. Or a Ghostbuster.
But that is fair, because like, you could be friends with Doc Brown. He's just a guy. Oh, true. He goes off to boarding school and even stays there over Christmas. Doc Brown's a great choice, because that's just like your wacky neighborhood inventor. Like, you could theoretically run into Doc Brown. You could be the Marty McFly. Like, let's be real.
All three of you can go on adventures on his train and go see the, because, you know, Doc Brown's bringing your ass, because once you're friends with him, he cares about you. If you go to the future, if you go to the past, if he sees something fucked up going on with you, he's going to come back and help you out.
You into it.
Yeah, exactly. He will drag you into it. That's 1,000% accurate.
You touched on Ghostbusters. Is there one particular Ghostbuster you would like to be best friends with?
Oh, okay. So Venkman would be the fun answer, but Venkman is like the chaos. So I would do Stance. I do Stance because he's a fun guy, but he's also semi-serious as well. So he has both sides. He's not going to get you into too much shit.
Yeah, but just be able to, oh shit, there's a cat. He just saw a black blur. There's cats there. Absolutely. I like Egon as well, because I think that would be fun to like just get some weird science facts every now and again. Would be funny. Like, I like people that are very into their own topic and don't care. Yeah. And are just so into it, they'll tell you about it and are just passionate about it. I like that. So definitely. So, I'm so sorry, the cat's just scaring me. The cat's been chaotic. Okay, throw that link in the chat. If you are watching and you want to jump on and give us your answer, please do. What movie character would you want to be best friends with? We've had some discussion around already. We've thrown out different ideas. So if there's something
there's no wrong answer for this question.
No, it's gonna
unless
be great.
You pick like Patrick Bateman, which I was jokingly gonna pick because, you know, that'd be a good time too in a different way.
So, Mike, let me posit to you this way: if you're in a horror movie, who's a horror movie character you would want to be best friends with? Who's going to help you fight off a villain?
That's easy. It's fucking Ash. Like, he's an idiot. Like, he's going to get his ass kicked for a little bit, but he will come back and rule ass. You might. The only problem with that is that you may be the one that gets possessed. They always possess his friends, so you may get fucked in the process. So that might not be 100% a great choice, but at the end of the day, he'll come back to at least kill you if you become possessed. So he helps you out still. You know?
That's true. And like chainsaw on the hand, like multi-purpose. Ooh. Is that the Hayden Panettiere?
Yes.
Character? Yes. I like your meta characters. Anyone, exactly,
Randy and Kirby.
Anyone that like knows the rules of your universe and can help you out is great. But like us all being big film fans, like, of course we're going to seek out those other characters that are big fans, except, I don't want to get into spoilers of Screamfall, but you know what I'm talking about then when I say that. But Kirby, yes, absolutely. Mike, we have another customer. Let's go.
Hello. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Doing well. Thanks for asking.
Very good. Question of the night: what movie character would you want to be best friends with?
This one's tough, and it's a good question. But I think I would go with Elle Woods because She's smart, she's beautiful, she's loyal, and she's a lawyer. It's always good to have a friend as a lawyer.
Yeah.
I love this choice because sometimes we see, as you said, like you start rattling off the qualities of like she's pretty and popular and whatnot. Sometimes we tend to see those characters be very bitchy, more the Regina George side. But Elle Woods is a very sincere, caring, loves her friends, loves her two best friends from the high school, loves the Jennifer Coolidge character, just wants to help people. So absolutely, I love this choice. And of course, being a lawyer, like she knows her law and then she knows her beauty care as well. So like you're getting a triple one there.
Yeah, I feel like she would know how to like throw a good party too, and I feel like just like random like life hacks, I feel like she would like know them and like good advice. So
and she can throw down like a quippy one-liner as well, which is always fun to have in a best friend. Like she knows how to shut it down a little bit. If anything comes up, she's going to step in and like give them the verbal beatdown. So I love that. Mike, what do you think about Elle Woods?
Oh, I think it's definitely a good choice because you got the great advice, and then also you have the legal advice, which would help like people like me and Nazario when we go off and do our stupid shit. You need somebody like that to help us out.
And like you get Bruiser as well, so you get to see a cute dog whenever she's around.
Yeah.
Possibly if you say the same size as her, she might let you borrow her clothes. She's got a great wardrobe.
Yeah, true.
But she's ambitious as well because we see in the sequel she gets to go off and go to Senate, Parliament, Washington. Like she wants to enact change. She cares about animals. She's proactive, and that's great qualities to have.
Yeah, I like to surround myself with people who are like motivated and have goals and that in life too. So yeah,
absolutely. Oh, great choice, Melissa. Thanks for coming on and giving us your answer tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa.
Bye.
I love that positive, upbeat. People that are going to make change, absolutely, because it's very much the people you surround yourself with. So I love that. Elle Woods is a great choice. I like to see more female rom-com-y people come through because one that definitely came to my mind as well was Cher from Clueless.
Oh, yeah.
Because we do get to see, like, I love my Jane Austen, so of course this is based off of Emma. And we get to see her take in someone new to the school being Taj and try and make them over, but then see the error of the ways. And she's like, this time I'm going to make over myself. And like, she tries her best to take the best qualities of who she surrounds herself. She's like, I see Dion and her partner, and I'm going to do love, and Christian sees the beauty in everything. So I'm going to take that. So I like people that are like, going to do their journey of self-discovery and being inspired by the people they're around. So I think Cher would be a really good friend to have.
Yeah, you might also get to be in the car where he's teaching Dion how to drive, and then he sees the truck and he just turns around to start screaming. It's great advice as a driver instructor, just to start screaming. It's amazing. One of my favorite parts ever.
Mike, we have a special guest.
Yes.
Bring them in.
You're that special. Oh my god.
Spence, what movie character would you want to be best friends with?
Okay, so I'm gonna cheat in two ways. Number one, I only just joined, so I don't know if this was already mentioned. Number two, I'm picking two people. It is Jason Bateman and Rachel McAdams from Game Night.
That has not been chosen, and that's a great choice.
For those who don't know, I am intensely competitive to a fault, and I think nothing is more fun than having two adults who like not only like are they hella competitive, they also like love each other. So it's great to have like a positive couple around.
Yeah.
But just someone to hang out with on a weekly basis, and you guys can like go at each other's throats when you're playing fucking Monopoly or whatever. Like to me, that sounds just like a great person to have in your life.
Oh, absolutely agree. I watched this movie and it's like that opening scene. Isn't it like they're at the trivia night or something and they're like contesting questions? Like,
yeah.
And I looked at Aladdin and I'm like, that's us. Like, we got really scary straight away. The first 5 minutes, like, oh no, it's us. Like, we definitely think we know more than the people who wrote the questions at a trivia night. So, technically, like, push the glasses up. That's very us.
If you go to the fact that they got together there while cheating on their spouses, amazing couple. Love everything about it, other than the adultery. I could pass on that.
But I agree, like, as the movie goes on, like, you see how supportive they are. Like, I think of, like, the bullet scene, obviously. Like, there's very real world, not real world because you're going to get shot, but, like, sometimes when you have to just man up and do that for your partner, you know what I mean? Like, those sort of opportunities. So I think this couple's lovely.
She literally holds someone hostage while doing karaoke. Like, that's just an amazing part.
Yeah. That is true.
But how would you be able to match the intensity of this couple is the scary thing. Like, they seem to be like on the next level. Like, when you invite them over for like a couple's game night, it might get a bit scary.
I mean, if she can't notice an exit wound for getting shot, I feel like there's some like equal like I think I have a chance.
So what game do you think you could beat them in?
Oh, shit. I mean, life is easy because it's like you don't really win. You just get old and die. I'll be honest. I think having those two in a miscellaneous match would be insanely fun, and the random categories could absolutely swing that match.
Love it, Mike. What do you think about these two from game night?
Oh, it's a perfect choice, and it's one that I didn't even have on my mind for it. But yeah, it's especially for this community, it'd be a perfect double couple for this type of community of just having board games, trivia games, whatever. They're going to be competitive, but they're also going to be really fun.
Absolutely. Spence, thank you for coming on and giving us your answer tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you, Spence.
But hadn't thought about like.
Yes, I've heard this before. That's
great. I hadn't thought about like couples though. Like I mentioned Wayne and Garth, and like established already best friends.
Yeah.
Like, and it would be fun to be best friends. But like a couple that would absolutely be really fun to play with. Like we've got a really good board game collection, so I can imagine that they would have a really good board game collection too.
Yeah.
And the fact that they sort of want to take it to the next level and make it more like that is something you do now with like the escape rooms or whatnot. Like they would be good to do an escape room with. Mr. Deeds.
Yeah.
Very sweet. You know you would be getting a great birthday card.
Yes.
Like I think that's a good choice.
And it's a dude that would help you out with anything.
Exactly. Very genuine person. And then you get the butler who is very sneaky.
Yeah.
Right? So that is a great choice. Mike, what other best friends have you thought of that you would like to be best friends with?
Oh, it would have to be my guys from the Monster Squad. That group of kids would be amazing because not only are they going to kick the shit out of people while fighting monsters, but they're going to have your back the entire fucking time, and they stick together.
When you said the Monster Squad, I thought you meant the monsters.
That would also be an interesting
I'm Wolfman. I'm like, I can see you consoling Wolfman when he gets kicked in the nuts. Like, it's okay, Wolfman. I thought that's where you were going. Because, like, you would be like the human in the Universal Monster Squad. You'd be the token human.
That's actually, I like that choice better.
Mike, we have a special guest.
Yes.
Bring them in.
Hi.
Hey, it's Sean.
How are you doing?
I'm doing very good. Mike, that Monster Squad pick is A1. A1. So
Question of the night.
Sorry. I thought about this question a little bit. And then immediately my mind went to places like, Jack Burton. And I thought like, I don't really know how much I want to deal with the shit that Jack Burton has to deal with.
Yeah.
And I thought about Will Hunting because I was just like, I love a lot of the same things that he does. But then I'm like, yeah, but I also don't want to fight with people at bars and on friggin', basketball courts and stuff like that for no reason. But on a more serious sort of note, I thought about one of my favorite films, which is 50-50. And I think Kyle, played by Seth Rogen, would probably be my pick for who I would want to be my best friend, because your best friend should be able to tell you things that are really hard to hear.
Yes.
And your best friend should actually actively try to work on your relationship, even if they're not telling you that they're doing that. Like the moment where he tells Adam that his girlfriend was making out with, sexy Jesus. It's a hilarious scene. And on top of that, he's funny once again. But that scene, it's like, that's a hard moment for him to have to do, because it's like, he knows he's going to hurt his friend who's already hurting immensely. But the scene that makes me really go like, that's who I would want as my best friend, is the moment where he gets drunk with Adam at the bar and Adam has to carry him home.
Oh,
Adam goes to the bathroom and he sees that book in the bathroom and it says Facing Cancer Together.
Yeah.
And he just sees all the notes and things that are underlined and everything like that. And I think if you're going to have a best friend, that's the kind of person you want it to be. You know, not just someone you can have fun with, but someone that's like really going to be there for you.
Oh, that made me a little emotional. That's really lovely. I haven't seen the film, so that actually just speaks volumes. Like,
oh, I'm sorry that I just spoiled that scene. That scene will make you cry.
Well, I don't know if I can watch it now.
Not a word is said in that scene, and it will make you cry. Sorry about spoiling that. I figured maybe you'd seen it, but yeah, it's really awesome. So yeah, I'd go with Kyle from 50-50.
That's beautiful. Mike, have you seen 50-50?
Yes, it's been a while, but everything you described came back to me. That is a perfect choice for a best friend, especially in a reality situation like that, to where he's going to have your back. He's going to try to do anything he can to be there for you no matter what, good or bad. That's a great choice. I like that.
And he's not perfect either. That's the thing. It's like he, even warts and all that, that's the kind of friend you want.
Oh, that was wonderful. Thank you for coming on and giving us your answer tonight, Sean.
Thanks for having me as always. I love being on here.
Thank you so much, Sean.
I love that.
Yeah.
Like, absolutely, that is the quality you want in your best friend, someone who's going to ride through the hard times with you. It's not all just about the fun and games, and it's someone who's going to be there through the thick and thin. And, yeah, who's helping you and that was lovely.
Yeah. And I like that he brought up like Jack Burton. That was on my mind, but he is correct. Like you're going to get into too much shit, and he's not going to be able to help you through it because he sucks most of the time. He knocks himself out during fights. Like he's not going to be there to help you. He's just going to get you in the shit, and you have to get yourself out.
That's also what I thought. And like with the Harry Potter and stuff, I'm like, I'm not looking to be anyone's second fiddle either.
Yeah.
Like I'm not looking for that main character energy where like I'm off to the side or I'm just getting dragged into it. Like I would like to be the Hermione Granger rather than the Ron Weasley. I'm sorry if those are fighting words for anyone, but that's just the way I feel about it. But absolutely, we're having some great variety of choices here.
Oh
tonight. Mike, we've got a special guest. Bring them on.
Yes.
We got Brian. How are you doing tonight?
Doing good.
Very good. Question of the night. What movie character would you want to be best friends with?
For me, I'm looking for a character that's funny, always there for you. I'm going with Mike Wazowski.
Oh, great choice.
Ooh,
Why would you pick Mike?
Well, he's loyal to his best friend, has a great sense of humor, and has great singing skills, which can be used for like parties and such.
Absolutely. You never know when he's going to just bust that microphone out. That spotlight's going to hit him. Like,
exactly.
But absolutely. Mike, Sully's obviously got a very big problem. And Mike he berates him a little bit at the start. Like, what are you doing? But then it's like, okay, we need to fix this. You want someone who's going to take control and help you get out of a sticky situation. So absolutely, Mike's a great choice. What else do you like about Mike Wazowski?
I just love his personality, like always there for like his friends and his loved ones, like with Celia.
Oh yeah, absolutely. She takes him to the sushi restaurant, and he's very tentative to her. So absolutely, Mike. What are your thoughts on Mike Wazowski as a best friend?
I think it's a great choice because he is loyal to a fault, and he is the type of guy that will not run away when bad shit is happening. Like he'll stick there he may run with you, but he will stick with you no matter what.
Absolutely. Brian, thank you for coming on and giving us your answer tonight.
Sounds good.
Thank you, Brian.
That's our first like animated answer of the evening. I thought we might see a bit more. I was expecting to see some like Lilo and Stitch. I was trying to rack my brains, and I'm like, which Disney or Pixar character would I want to be friends with? Mike, if there was like an animated character, is there someone who would top the list for you?
Oh, for animated character wise, you know what? I would have to be I guess a toy at this point, but I'd choose Slinky.
Oh, great choice. Jesus Christ, Jane. I'm going to pass that one. Why would you pick Slinky?
It is true.
It is true.
Like James All Bobby, you know, everybody else, like Harold and Kumar.
Oh, Malcolm's got a good one.
Oh yeah,
Genie from Aladdin, great choice, because that's someone who else is very loyal to you. Like, so he doesn't give Al 3 wishes per se, but he creates a lot of magical shit around him.
and he saves his life when he's drowning there, and he just moves his mouth up and down to get him out of that situation. So he will have your back no matter what.
And then he comes back after he's been seeing his around the world tour. He comes back and Return of Jafar, and then he throws you a wedding in King of Thieves and even reports on it himself. Like, that would be a very fun time. Someone who would be just, always the life of the party and wouldn't overshadow you, still would love you as a person. So absolutely, Genie's a great choice. Mike, I think that's about wrap us up for this evening. We've had some amazing choices about best friends. Is there anything you want to mention before we close up for the night?
That definitely, we said it at the beginning of the episode. Go check out Boatman's new.
Definitely.
It's fucking amazing. It's going to be once a month. I think he's doing it the first Monday of every month, but I'm not 100% positive on that. But we will post that. I will repost that again this weekend for sure for everyone to check out. It's amazing. And thank you guys for always tuning in for this. It's always fun on Friday nights.
Absolutely. Everyone, thank you so much for always giving us your time and popping up in the chat. And you guys just make my Saturday morning every time. Like, it's always really fun to see who's going to come hang out, give us some questions, give us some answers.
One of the greatest answers of all time.
Oh,
yes.
Quick note on that one. Absolutely. I can't carry it, Mr. Frodo, but I can carry you. Like, all-time best.
Yes.
Great choice. We're going to wrap up for this evening. We'll see everyone next week.
Thank you, everybody. Oh, and one last thing before we go.
I've waved, Mike. I have done the wave.
I know.
Shut it down. One last thing.
One last thing is next week on Monday, we are doing Masters of Horror. So make sure to check that out. It's going to be Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 1920s to 1960s.
Oh,
so it's going to be intense for everyone. So make sure to go check that out. And now we can do the wave. Thank you, everybody, again.
Thanks out.
And we're clear.